Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay. 1 2. Hello. Hello. Okay. All righty. We're going to leave it rolling right here, and we're about 22 minutes to kick off. So I'm going to mute this mic down. We'll bring the mic back up as we get ready to start the game. Glad to have you folks out there. Call your friends and neighbors and relatives and everybody else. Tell them to get on YouTube. Be sure and press what now on the YouTube thing? Press the little button we're supposed to press. Well, anyway, to like us and whatnot there. All right. We'll be on with the game. Thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up will work too. All right. We'll talk to you here in just a little while. And the band's playing. All right, national anthem going on there, and it just ended. So we're getting ready for some Friday night football here on WZEP AM 1460 and WZEP YouTube tonight. So glad to have you folks with us on YouTube and those on the radio station tonight. I had some calls today to the high school, and my wife and myself and Joseph, all the way from Keesler Air Force Base. He was able to help us get our YouTube on tonight. So it should be fun. We'll be doing our thing here. And we're going to get ready for the Braves to come out on the field. And as you can see here, we'll describe it for you folks on the airwaves. People on YouTube can see it tonight. If you want to go to YouTube, just go to YouTube and go to WZEP and subscribe and get yourself on there so you can watch the game. All right. The Braves are down on the south end of the field right now, getting ready to come on the field. The Marianna Bulldogs are already on the field tonight, and we're glad to have you with us. Tonight, the Braves begin their 105th season of football, folks. One of Florida's oldest high school rivalries continues as the Walton Braves host the Marianna Bulldogs here at Yates Memorial Stadium. Tonight's contest is the 95th time the teams have met on the gridiron in a series that began way back in 1925. Marianna enters tonight's game with a 51-39-4 lead in the series. Last season in Marianna, the Bulldogs defeated the Braves 50-44. The Braves' last win of the series came here in 2023 by the score of 48-14. And here comes the Braves on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just moments away from the kickoff tonight here at Yates Memorial. Beautiful night for high school football. Got a crowd, a pretty good crowd coming over from Marianna across the way. Got a great crowd here tonight watching the Braves play. So you still have time. Come on out and support the Braves, support the band, support the cheerleaders. They all work hard to be out here to do this for you guys. All right, the Bulldogs lined up on the field. There goes the Braves out. So we'll try to keep you up to date on who all's where and what. We've got a couple of different rosters here, but I think it looks pretty close here to the roster I got from the coach as far as the one that's in our program tonight. And it looks like the Braves will be kicking off to the Marianna Bulldogs as we get this season underway. If you'd like to be part of the season here on WZEP, we encourage you to give us a call at the radio station there. We're glad to talk with you, make you one of our sponsors throughout the year here on Braves football. And to set the ball in the holder, and it fell out. All right. New camera person this year for right now. Till I can find a replacement. Anybody interested, you contact me. Let me know. My wife is taking reins tonight. So Joseph, he is, like we said, he's in the military. The ball just fell off the thing again. So we're getting a little delay here trying to get the game on, but hey, it's just moments away. Now, there we go. You don't have to have a player to hold it. It just keeps falling off. All right. Heard the whistle blow. Here we go. And it's in the air. Nice high kick. Going to picked up around the 13-yard line, and it's going to be driven out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. I think that's where they're going to mark it, and it is the 20-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs from Marianna will take over tonight in their first possession. And let's see what the Bulldogs can do tonight. See how the Braves defense is going to work here. Some beautiful clouds going way up in the sky over there. Still have plenty of time if you'd like to come on out to the game here at Yates Memorial. Don't forget the concession stand down there. Probably got some boiled peanuts, some nachos and cheese, and hot dogs, hamburgers, drinks. All right. Man in motion. One to the right. Hand it off. And, man, he has met hard. Wow. Number 1 and number 16, Odom and Womble. They hit that boy hard. I mean, his motion stopped dead and went backwards. Wow, what a hit. That's going to lose about maybe a quarter of a yard there. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Braves looking tough there on the defense right this moment. All right, we got one split wide to the right. One in the backfield with the quarterback. Man in motion. Hand it off around the left-hand side. He decides to cut to the middle. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. And I'm going to say about, well, they gave him 3 yards. I'm going to say 3rd down and 7. And it looks like number 14 is the quarterback there for the Bulldogs. That would be Barber. 2 to the left, handed off around the right-hand side, and Brave hit him and drove him out. He's going to be driven out of bounds. Let's see, maybe at the 20, let's see what they're going to mark it, 24-yard line. And there's a penalty on the field against the Braves. But it's not enough to give them a 1st down. So they'll play 3rd down over. So it'll be 3rd and about 2 yards for the Marianna Bulldogs. All right, Marianna got 1 split wide to the right, 2 in the backfield with the quarterback, Barber. And let's see, they're trying to draw the Braves offside. So keeper by the quarterback, and he goes nowhere. He gets slammed down nowhere. Number 24 for the Braves in there on that tackle. That's Zadro, of course. One of those Zadro boys. That's Camden. Of course, this year we have a new head coach here at Walton High School, and that's Jay Lindsay. Coach Lindsay has been in the program with Coach White over the last few years, and he takes over the reins of the Braves this year. All right, back around the 35-yard line or so. The Braves are waiting for that. There goes flags. Let's see what the call is going to be. And it's going to go against the Bulldogs. So they'll push them back 5 yards and have them try to punt it again. That'll give us a little bit better field advantage. Young men are going to move up to about the 45-yard line now. And the kicker for Marianna back there looks like it may be number 2, but I just can't read his number at this angle. And the Braves are coming in hot. Going to be caught by the Braves on the 45-yard line, still on his feet. Going to get up to the 51, maybe 52. Let's see where the officials mark it. And the Braves looks like they're inside the Bulldog territory. And let's see. Yep, it's on the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. So the Braves take that punt and get into Bulldog country here in their first possession of the game tonight. All right, here comes the Braves out. And, of course, you got Witten West is the quarterback this year, number 17. We've got one Brave split wide to the right, one to the left. I see number 7. That's Clinch out wide to the right for the Braves. And he's coming back to the other side. They're sending him off the field for something. The official went and said something to him, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Official saw something they didn't like. So number 15 goes in to replace him, and that's Campbell. Campbell headed over to the right-hand side. All right, West was quarterback for the Braves, and that ball is snapped. It's handed off up the middle to number 8. He dumps around the wide. That's Williams. He's running. Got one man to beat, and touchdown, Braves. Touchdown, Braves with 9:15 here in the first quarter, and wow. And that was Williams. I love his name. Show his name over here. His name is, look at here, honey. It's Sincere Williams. I love the name. Young man took that ball and just outran the whole Bulldog team to get in for 6 points. Wow, what a great run. And, of course, that's a touchdown quick here in the game. And let's see who's doing the kick for us tonight, and that is Merlot. Eric Merlot. Number 14, down, up, kicked, and it's no good. So the Braves lead it here with 9:13 left in the first quarter, 6-0. We'll be back in 30. And you folks out there on YouTube, you got to see a beautiful touchdown there by Sincere Williams. Man, what a great run. Glad to have you. Be sure and hit like and whatever thing you need to do there on our YouTube channel. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Stadium. My wife informing me to tell you folks on Radio Land and also on YouTube there, if you'd like to be a part of Braves football, as far as up here in the booth or going with me on the road trips, you'd like to come learn to work the camera and, other things, give me a call and we'll get with you and talk with you and see what it's all about. And if you're interested in being a sponsor of Braves football on WZEP, give us a call there at the station. 892-3158. And here's the kickoff. It's high. Going to be picked up on the 14-yard line up to the 20. And, man, he is laid out there at about the 24-yard line, and the ball comes loose. I mean, he was hit hard. And it's the Braves ball. Braves ball. Number 25, I think that's who that was, Powell. He hit that Marianna Bulldog and knocked the ball out of his arms. And the Braves recover. So, Braves take over here on the, let's see where they're marking it. It's on about the 25-yard line. So, West is back out, quarterback for the Braves this year. And let's see what the Braves are going to do. We've got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. We've got number 8, Williams, in the backfield with West. Of course, on the last possession we had of the ball, Williams went in for a touchdown. Let's see what's in the plans of the Braves tonight. Clock counting down. Everybody's got to get in where they're supposed to be. Man in motion. And, whistles go to blowing. And that gets the Braves there. Against the Braves. So that's going to back it up. Got a little ahead of themselves there. Because, too much motion moving around there. All right, let's see. 2 to the left once again, 1 to the right. And it's a handoff. No, it's a keeper by the quarterback. And he goes straight up the middle. Going to get back maybe to the original line of scrimmage. Let's see where they mark it. He's going to be short of the original line. That's going to bring up second down and about 13 yards, it looks like. One to the left, one to the right. Handed off to Williams again, up the middle. He's jumped, he's gone, he's on his feet. He's still fighting, He's down to the 10-yard line. And that's another first down for the Braves. And they're down deep in dog country now. Woo. All right, let's see. We got one Brave split wide to the left here. One Brave to the right. A couple of Braves in the backfield with West, the quarterback. And let's see. First down. Where are we going? And it's to number 8 again. Williams on his feet. He's fighting. He's going to pick up 3 or 4 yards before he's driven back. But he's going to get a little bit of yardage there. Let's see where the officials mark him. Good little run. He was trying to break it around that right-hand side again. So they give him about a yard on that, 2 yards. Make it 2 yards. So it's going to be second down and about 8. They can get a first down just shy of the goal line. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. West looking to throw. Got a man out there. Got a man out. Oh, touchdown! Touchdown Braves with 7:21. And who was that who caught the ball? I'm trying to see who caught the ball out there. I believe it was it number 8? Yep, number 8 again. That's Williams. Williams putting on a show tonight here at Yates Memorial. And that brings the Braves up another 6 points. It's now 12. And let's see, they're going for 2. Last time they didn't get the extra point, so now they're going to go for 2 on this touchdown. High snap, and flags go out. So let's see what the Braves will do. Will they decide to try to go in for 2, or will they kick it? And I think they're sending the kicker, because there goes number 14, Merlot, and he is the kicker for the Braves. They were going to go for 2, but got a penalty there, so it's backed them up. So they're going to send the kicker out and see if we can't just add 1 more point to it. And it's down, it's up, and it's good. So with the extra point, that puts the Braves at 13, Bulldogs of Marianna 0, and we'll be back in 30. So you folks out there on YouTube, I'm telling you, you're seeing a great game tonight. You folks enjoy that game. I hope you are. And, give us some feedback and, contact the high school even and tell them how much you appreciate WZEP, going to the effort of putting it on YouTube for everybody to see. And we'll be doing this as we do away games too. Okay, welcome back to the listeners there on WZEP, AM 1460, and to our listeners on YouTube and viewers too. All right, Braves ready to kick off, and the ball is in the air. It's high. It's going to be picked up on the 14, and he fumbles it, but he gets it back. And he's going to fall about the 20-yard line. Let's see if they mark him at the 20 or the 19. I would say probably should be on the 20. That's where it kind of looks like he got the ball in his hands at the 20. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line here early in the first quarter. We're down to 7-14. Braves lead the Bulldogs right now, 13-0. All right, Bulldogs coming up over the ball. Let's see. They're going to line up in tight. Looks like a run play. And let's see. And it's, the quarterback, it's hiked to him. I mean, it's a bad snap. He fumbles it. He has to drop down on it, and he's going to be somewhere around the 14-yard line. And that's going to bring up second down and about 15 yards for him. And a 5-yard loss on that bad snap. They were going to try to run it, but there was just no way of doing it. The quarterback looked like he was going to do the running around the left-hand side, but he never got control of the ball, just had to jump on it. All right, they're in tight once again. The Bulldogs are. And the ball is snapped, and it's going up the middle, but there's Braves there to drive him back. He may pick up 2 or 3 yards on that. Let's see what they say. Still going to be short of the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and, I'd say about 12 yards maybe. 11 yards. We'll make it a long 11. How's that? Split it between 11 and 12 yards. Beautiful, beautiful night for high school football, and it's getting underway all over the place tonight. Maybe we get a chance. Gary will find us some scores as some of the games come along tonight. We can pass it along to you folks out there. Here at Yates Memorial, the Braves right now on top 13-0 over the Marianna Bulldogs. All right, Bulldogs lined up. Got a man split to the left. Oh, looks like somebody is taking a timeout on the field. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout. Braves 13, Bulldogs 0. Back in 30. If you go to Max Preps. Did you hear me? I think it's called Max Preps, where we get the scores from. And you can actually, put our score on there probably for us. And welcome back, all you folks there, WZEP AM 1460, and on YouTube for WZEP. Glad to have us back on YouTube, and we're going to try to do a little more things with YouTube. As my wife and myself, we have kind of figured out with the help of Joseph all the way over in Mississippi, so we're having to learn. We sure miss Joseph being here, and his heart is over here for the Braves tonight. All right. Ball snapped, and no, it's not. They lined up, and then they jumped and did something different, and so they're going to call it on the Braves because the Braves jumped, and all they did is line up and then move. So makes it a little bit better. It's 3rd and about 7 for the Bulldogs now. And it's a keeper, and he's going to get smothered back there. And number 15 is the first to get to him, and that's Campbell. And Campbell takes his legs out from under him and loses about 3 yards on it. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 8 for the Bulldogs. And here comes the kicking crew in for the Bulldogs. They sure don't want to let the Braves have the ball that close to the goal. I mean, we're inside the 20-yard line here. Well, we're at the 22-yard line, so not a good place for the Braves to be able to take the ball over on the Bulldogs. So they're going to try to punt this thing away. Got a couple of Braves back on the Braves 45-yard line. Ball snapped high, and boy, he just barely, it goes straight up in the air, and it's going to hit. And it's going to be down somewhere around the 34-yard line. It made about 12 yards. It went straight up in the air and fell about 12 yards. Well, it probably about 8 yards because it bounced towards the Braves side a little bit. So the Braves are going to take over the ball here on the 32-yard line of the Bulldogs. Good gracious. Well, I think with that, everybody's going to take a break. I think the white side, which is Marianna, they're dressed in white uniforms tonight with blue letters. The Braves are dressed in blue uniforms with white letters. Purple, the numbers are purple? Well, they look blue from here to me, but my wife says they're purple. Okay. So they're purple. So we're just going to hang tight right here, Gary, for the moment. They're getting some water down there, too, so that's a good thing. 4:52 left here in the first quarter. Braves on top of the Bulldogs from Marianna, 13-0. And the Braves with the ball on Marianna's 32. Got a lot of new construction going on out near the high school out here on Walton Road here in the Funiac. A lot of growth around here. All right, Braves got 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in motion, and it's tossed to number 1 around the right-hand side. He's still on his feet. He's broke the tackle. He's running. He's going. He is in. Touchdown, Braves, with 4:43 here in the first quarter. And I believe that was what, number 7 was it that had the ball? I think it was number 7. I see who's getting you all the congratulations out there. But the Braves go in for a touchdown. I think it was number 1, Odom. I think Odom caught that ball. Well, ran that ball in, so I think it was Odom. And let's see. Did he miss the kick? I think he did.
I didn't. You may have.
Okay, so 6 points there, extra point, not good. So the Braves lead it now 19-0. And we're just going to hold tight right here. And see, the Braves will be kicking off from the 40-yard line to the Bulldogs. A couple of Bulldogs back on the 5-yard line. Got one scattered back up around the 25, and then a couple more at the 35-yard line. There goes the whistle, and the kick is coming, and bam, there it is. It's a high kick, and it's caught on the 6-yard line, past the 10, 15, 20, and he's going to fight. And finally going to be brought down. The ball comes out. I think the Bulldogs get it back. But the ball came out again. That was dangerous for the Bulldogs, but I think they hold on to it. So they're going to start their play at about the 25-yard line here with 4:28 left here in the first quarter. I'm not sure. It seems like Marianna's having trouble holding on to the ball tonight. But I'll tell you what, they're taking some heavy hits from the Braves. The Braves are hitting hard tonight. All right, here comes the Bulldogs up over the ball. They've got 1 to the right, split 2 to the left. I see Morris way out on the far left-hand side for the Bulldogs. But it's a handoff up the middle. And he's met by number 9, Adams, and Adams just holds him up, puts him on the ground. Nowhere to go there on the Braves. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Ball on the 20, well, almost on the 25-yard line, just probably a foot short. They might have lost a half a foot on that. 2nd down and a long 10 for the Bulldogs. All right, we've got 3 to the left, 1 to the right for the Bulldogs. Looking to throw. Quarterback's going around the left-hand side. He throws, and it's not called. It was in and out of the hands there of a Bulldog, not able to hold on to it. It was an excellent play, but he's got to catch the ball, and that didn't happen there. I think it was thrown to Trace Lindsay of the Bulldog. No, let's see, number 4. Don't have a name for number 4 for the Bulldogs. But their quarterback is Bowen Barber. I imagine that family might be Florida State fans. All right, 1 to the right, 3 to the left. Quarterback looking to throw, and here comes the Braves after him. He's got to do something. He just throws the ball away. He had some men moving out, but the Braves were back there chasing him, and he was about to run out of bounds, so he just threw the ball out of bounds. And that'll bring up 4th down and 10 for the Bulldogs of Marianna. 3:27 left here in the first quarter. And let's see, we got the kicker in, punter. Trying to see the number on the punter out there. Is it 9? Yeah, hard to tell from here. All right, it's a punt. It's up. It's not a good punt again, and it's going to fall short. And it's going to hit and roll into Brave territory. They're going to mark it on about the, 41-yard line. So the Braves will take over there on their own 41-yard line here with 3:17 left in the first quarter. Braves on top of the Bulldogs here in Marianna, 19-0. We've missed a couple of field goals tonight and gotten one, but missed 2. Went for an extra point there, too, and missed it. Went for 2 points and got a penalty, and so we weren't able to do that, so we had to go for the extra point there. All right, let's see. 1 to the right, 2 to the left. West, the quarterback for the Braves, looking to throw. He's airing it out. And, man, there's a flag. Number 7 was going to be wide open, but number 22 for the Bulldogs, Joshua Couch, was hanging on to that jersey and jerking that Brave back. So there goes the flag. So it's not going to do well for the Bulldogs there. They got called on that penalty. But I tell you, it looked like to me that we were wide open pretty much. If it hadn't been for him hanging onto the jersey, the only way he could slow him down, I think that was Clint running. So let's see, the officials are talking. And that penalty, let's see, here we go. Now they're getting it right. And so the ball now is going to be on the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs after that penalty. And, of course, it'll be a first down for the Braves. 2 to the left, 1 to the right for the Braves. 1 to the backfield with West. And it's a handoff up the middle. Still on his feet, fighting. Maybe pick up a couple of yards, get down to around the 46, 47-yard line, depending on where the officials mark it. Bring up second down. And they gave him 3 yards on that carry, so it'll be second down and about 7 yards for the Braves. And we're looking at 2 to the left, 1 to the right here for the Braves. 1 in the backfield with West. And it's a handoff, and they had their hands on him in the backfield, but he is able to break loose and make maybe a yard or 2 out of it. Gets up to around the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. Now that's going to bring up third down for the Braves. We're at 2:17 here on the clock for the first quarter. Sun is setting and the lights are on here at Yates Memorial. Still have plenty of time to watch high school football. Come on out and join us. 1 to the left, 2 to the right for the Braves. Snap. West looking to throw, and he is tackled. Man, he is swarmed. Nobody touched number 8 for the Bulldogs. He was able to get straight back there and tackle West for a big loss. And we don't have a number for number 8 for the Bulldogs, but that's a great play. That's going to bring up fourth down for the Braves. This is the first fourth down that we've had to face. And the ball is sitting back in Brave territory on about the 46.5-yard line. So the Braves are going to have to punt it away, be punting it from probably around the 32, 33-yard line. When the ball is snapped to him, the punter will be kicking from there. All right, the ball is snapped, and it's punted, and it's not a good punt. Not a good punt, but it makes a good bounce for the Braves, and it's going to go all the way down to about the 22-yard line where the Bulldogs of Marianna will take over. 53 seconds on the clock down there for the first quarter. Glad to have you on WZEP tonight, listening to us there on the radio station. Also on YouTube, WZEP's YouTube. Now, remember last year, the Braves lost to Marianna 50-44. It was a high-scoring game last year, and that was played over in Marianna. And the year before that, of course, it was 48-14, and that was played here in Yates Memorial. All right, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and it's handed off, and there's nowhere to go. I'm going to tell you right now, nowhere to go. The Braves were swarming the Bulldogs back there. So it's going to bring up second down and about 10.5 yards. They lost about a half yard on that play. Clock still running. We're at about 30 seconds left here in the first quarter of play. And I think maybe the Bulldogs are going to let the clock run out on this first quarter, because they're taking their time trying to get up. The play clock's down to 15, so they can run the play clock out, and, of course, the main clock will run out before that. Anyway, they got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They went ahead and going to do the play, and it's a pass, and it's incomplete, and that should bring it in to the first quarter. So with the first quarter of play here at Yates Memorial Field completed, it's the Walton Braves 19, the Marianna Bulldogs 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds for the second quarter of tonight's game.
Can I go to the scoreboard for a second? Can I go to the scoreboard for a second?
Just while they're going to move to the side. And you folks out there on YouTube, glad to have you with us tonight. Wow, 14 to zip, huh, Chipley? North Florida Christian. Well, they were talking about that game last week and, making plans. Of course, we did the, jamboree last week where we went over to Chipley, and neither varsity was able to score on each other last week over there in Chipley. The junior varsity, the Chipley junior varsity scored 6 points on the Braves, and then after that, nothing could be done either way. So I think Chipley is a pretty strong team. Okay. In the first quarter. All right. There was 2 to the right, 1 to the left for the Bulldogs, and they hand it up the middle and doesn't get far. And I think that'll bring up fourth down here for the Bulldogs, and they'll have to punt it away. And they're deep down in their own territory. They'll be kicking probably from about the 7 or 8 yard line. The Braves are lined up. Of course, got one man on about the 50-yard line. He's backing up to about the 45 now. Got 2 Braves backing up. Let's see, 25 for the Braves, which would be Powell, and number 8. And the ball hits, takes a bounce backwards, and goes backwards here. And it's for the Braves. Looks like they're going to put the ball down on the 42-yard line. Yes, so the Braves will take over 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs 42-yard line here early in the second quarter tonight. So Gary was giving us some scores out there. Chipley over North Florida Christian 14-0 at half. And Freeport over North Bay Haven 14-0 in the first quarter. So getting some action tonight. Go Braves from Eufaula. Wow. Yeah, we got the listeners on YouTube tonight from Eufaula, Alabama. And what was his name? Gary, was it? Oh, Steve Crowder. Well, hey, Steve, how you doing tonight? Glad to have you listening and watching there on YouTube.
And of course, we got our faithful and Jean May.
Here we got a bunch more. We'll try to maybe throw a few names out tonight. But tell your friends and neighbors, aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas. Watch some Brave football. Okay, one to the left, two to the right for the Braves. One in the backfield with Witten for the Braves. He's just going to throw it quick out to number 7. And, boy, there's all kinds of Bulldogs. But he's out. He's going to pick up, maybe get close back to the original line of scrimmage. I don't know. See where they mark him. That's going to bring up 2nd down for the Braves. So the ball is on the 24-yard line. So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Braves. That play did not get developed just like it should have. There were some Bulldogs in the backfield with West, and he was having to rush up that pass. 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield with West. And there goes the whistles. And I think it may be against the Braves. And it is. It's against the Braves there. I don't know who they called it on, but we had a man in motion, and when he got to the line of scrimmage, all the flags went flying. So I would figure maybe full procedure there. And Brandon Baldwin up in Florella. Watching the Braves tonight. Glad to have you along with us, Brandon. All right, the Braves are lining up. Let's see. We've got 1 to the left, a couple of Braves to the right. All right, got a man in motion. And West throws it straight. Oh, it's intercepted. It is intercepted. He had a man wide open, but he threw it a little low, and it was intercepted about the 25-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over now. Interception there on the Braves. Gene Mayhew, he's a faithful WZEP listener and YouTuber too, and big hello to you tonight. Just throwing some names up, people focusing on us, and as we watch this game. All right, the Bulldogs with the ball here early in the 2nd quarter. And let's see, looks like it's going to be a penalty against the Braves, a big one. And they're going to move that ball all the way up to the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. Wow. I guess somebody said something they shouldn't have. A little personal foul going on there. All right, here comes the Bulldogs, 1st and 10, and they've got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Quarterback flying to the left to try to find a way to throw, and it's intercepted back by the Braves. So the Braves get the ball right back on the 48-yard line. It's an interception by the Braves this time. So the Braves will take over once again here early in the 2nd quarter on that interception. So both sides have had an interception tonight. All right, here comes the Braves up over the ball. And they're in their own territory, but they're on the 48-yard line, so that's not too bad. Trying to get into the end zone on the other side over here. All right, let's see how the Braves line up. 2 in the backfield with a quarterback, 1 split wide to the right. Snap, handed off, and kept by the quarterback up the middle. And he's going to run out of bounds somewhere around the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. Let's see officially where the officials mark it. And it looks like about the 45. So that'll bring up 2nd down. And maybe 4 yards, it looks like. Long 4 yards. 1 Brave to the right, 2 in the backfield with West. And it's handed off up the middle, still on his feet, dancing. And he's finally going to be tossed down, but he's going to get inside about the 38-yard line. And with that, the Braves get their first down of the 2nd quarter. Ball being marked on the 38.5-yard line of the Bulldogs. And we actually have fans sitting on the south end of the field down there tonight in chairs and all. I hadn't noticed that till just now, really. All right, one to the left, one to the right for the Braves, two in the backfield. And it's headed off to number 8 around the left-hand side, still on his feet, bouncing, hit a man. They shot him, they got him. Finally, they bring him down. But there goes a flag. I saw a flag go out, and I think it's going to be a face mask on the Bulldogs. He was about to get loose, and they had no choice, so they grabbed the face mask and brought him down out there, and he brought him down pretty hard. Of course, that was number 8 for the Braves, and that's Sincere Williams. And he's been a workhorse tonight for the Braves. He comes off the field. Take a little break for a second. We've got one Brave to the right, which is Clinch, and another Brave over to the left over there looks like Morse. And a couple in the backfield with West, the quarterback for the Braves, waiting on the guys to set the flags down. All right, the Braves got the ball on about the 20-yard line. And it's a keeper by the quarterback, goes up the middle, dances off to the left, going to pick up 2 or 3 yards before he's tackled. So that'll bring up second down and probably about 8 yards, it looks like. Still have plenty of high school football left here at Yates Memorial tonight. You still got time. Come be a part of it. Get in the stands here. Drop by the concessions. All right, 1 to the left, 2 to the right, 2 in the backfield with West. And it's snapped. West with the ball. He's throwing it. And it is missed out there. And there was a Bulldog on his back, him trying to get up to catch the ball. And that was Clinch trying to catch the ball out there. But he had a Bulldog all over him out there. So to bring up third down and about 8 for the Braves. Let's see what the Braves decide to do this time. We've got, looks like 1 split to the left and 2 to the right. 1 in the backfield with West. And had a man in motion and going to be against the Braves. So it's going to bring up third down. 13 for the Braves. Got us for motion again. This is about the 4th, 5th time we've been caught for that, I guess. All right, everybody looking over to the coaches on the Braves side. All right, we got a couple of Braves split to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield with West, the quarterback. Third down and 13. Looking to throw. Tosses out to number 1. He's out here. He's broken loose a little bit. He's still on his feet. And he's finally going to be dropped. Not going to be enough for the first down, but he's going to be down around the 12 or 13-yard line. I think they're going to mark him on the, let's see, 12 and a half maybe, or 13. Oh, it's the 12.5-yard line. So the Braves are going to go for it. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. It's 4th and about 3. I think they're trying to draw them off. See if they get them to jump off sides. Glad to have you folks listening to WZEP AM 1460 and you folks on ZEP's YouTube channel tonight. High school football, official beginning of the Brave season. All right, I think there's going to be a timeout on the field called by the Braves. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. Walton Braves lead the Marianna Bulldogs here early, well, about midway of the second quarter, 19-0. We'll come back in 30. Do what now? Okay. So Mayhaven scored some points, huh? And welcome back to Walton High School football here on WZEP YouTube. Gary has a little update there. You said it's what, 21-7 down in Freeport? Is that where they're playing tonight, in Freeport? Okay, 21-7, Freeport over North Bay Haven here in the second quarter. I'm not sure if they're playing at Freeport or out in North Bay Haven, but that's the score there. The last score we had on Chipley, they were ahead of North Florida Christian 14-0 at halftime. So we'll try to get some updates as they come about. All right, the Braves are down there. Let's see what they're going to decide to do. I remember in years past when we had a young man down there, his last name was Joyner. This was no problem that they would place the ball down. A young man would place that ball, and he would kick it through those goalposts. But have a different kicker this year. And so, you know, things change, and you have to grow a little bit. We got two to the left, one to the right, and they're going to go for it. They got a man out there. And, oh, man, at the last second, a Bulldog jumps up and kicks it away. Had he not been there, it would have been a touchdown for the Braves. But there was a Bulldog there to stop it. So the Bulldogs will now take over in their territory here. The Braves went for it, and I don't blame them. Don't blame them. It's early in the season, and you've got a lead right now. Go for it. It was a good call, but that Bulldog, he shot across there and got it at the last second. Got his hand there and knocked it off. So the Bulldogs of Marianna will take over now. Ball on about the 22-yard line. Or actually, the 18-yard line. And there went a flag real quick there. And I think it's going against the Braves. And so it's first down and 5 for the Bulldogs now. And it's handed off, and not going to get very far if he even gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Let's see where they mark it. Well, they're giving him maybe a half yard on that. So it'll be second down and probably a long 4, we should call it. 6:30 left here in the second quarter of play. All right, here comes the Bulldogs up all over the ball. We've got 2 split to the left, 2 in the backfield with Barber, the quarterback. And it's a bad snap. Bad snap. And I think the Bulldogs going to get it back. Looked like the Braves could have had it, but it bounced out of his hands, and they jump on it. And let's see where they're going to mark it down at. So the ball's going to be all the way back to the 19-yard line. So it's going to bring up second down and 9 for the Bulldogs. So they're taking a break on the field while they take a break. We're going to hold tight right here. I'm going to tell you about Cafe Nola's big game and late night pizza special. The karaoke party starts in their lounge every Friday and Saturday night at 6 p.m. and rolls all the way until midnight with fresh baked pizza till close served in the karaoke bar. Late night big game pizza choices, 4-cheese pizza, an Italian pizza, Raging Cajun pizza. Chef Ernie's big game late night big deal. Buy any pizza and get a bucket of domestic beer for only $10. That's $2 beers, baby. So now, without question, Cafe Nola's the place to hang out late and watch the big games in Defuniak, baby. Yee! And hopefully they have us up on YouTube there tonight. Ernie was talking about getting us up there, and I'll have to check and see. I may have to help them do that. But want to say hi to Chef Ernie. All right. We got a couple of Bulldogs to the left, and man, they snap the ball. Quarterback gets buried, but that's not who's with the ball. Well, quarterback was with the ball. They smothered him. They tackled some other guys upfield here. They thought they had the ball. They'll bring up third down, and now about 12 yards for the Bulldogs. And man, the quarterback is smoked. He is smoked. He drops back, nowhere to go. And let's see, they're going to mark the ball on the 5-yard line. That might have been where his forward motion was. Man. Boy, just hasn't rolled here in the first half for the Bulldogs. I'm sure they'll be working on that at halftime. The coaches will be talking to the young men of the Bulldogs. And they're going to have to kick the ball out of the end zone. And they're going to be kind of in the back of the end zone. We got Braves up around the 30, 31-yard line to receive this punt because it's 4th and a mile. And it's blocked. It's blocked, so it didn't get very far, it didn't look like. And a Brave picks it up, takes off running, and they're going to run him out of bounds there. Let's see, somewhere around the 15, 16-yard line. And number 8, he just picks up the ball, takes off running, and they finally get him and throw him out. That was Williams, of course. He's been all over that field tonight, let me tell you. So the Braves have it 1st and 10, and the ball sitting on, well, they got it on the 16-yard line. All right, let's see. Braves in tight. Number 24 with the ball. He's just driving forward. And he's going to pick up some yardage before he's brought down. And, of course, that was Zadro, Camden. Snapped the ball to Camden, and he just took off around the left-hand side, just over top of a bunch of the Bulldogs. Picked up about 8 yards on that run. So to bring up 2nd down and about 2 for the Braves. And ball inside the 10-yard line of the Bulldogs. All right, Braves lining up tight. And, man, it's a bad snap. And all they can do, oh, he drops it. West was on it, and he lost it. And the Bulldogs will get the ball on the 30-yard line. Oh, what a fumble. It was a bad snap. Went way back behind him. He jumped on it. When he jumped on it, come out of his hands. 2 Bulldogs were there. They jumped on the ball. So now the Bulldogs get the ball back here with 3:15 left here in the second quarter. That was a missed opportunity for the Braves to try to put more points on the board. Looked like they were going to do it. And then now a bad snap and a fumble. And there you go. So the Bulldogs will take over here on their own 30-yard line. And they're going to send 2 off to the right, make it 3 to the right. 1 in the backfield with the quarterback, Barber. Ball is snapped. He looks to throw. He airs it out. And it's intercepted. It's in and out of that. It's in the hands of a Brave. And number 25 for the Braves has himself an interception. And that's Powell. So the Braves will have the ball now at about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line in their own territory. So the Braves turn it over to the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs turn right around, throw an interception, give it right back to the Braves. 3:07 left here in the first half of tonight's game. All right, looks like we've got one Brave split wide to the left, a couple to the right here. One in the backfield with West, the quarterback. And he throws it out to number 1 out here on the right-hand side. He's blistering by. He's still on his feet. He's got one man to beat, a couple of men to beat, and there he goes. He's headed to the other side of the field. Will they catch him? Will he jump? Will he jump? And touchdown, Braves! Touchdown, Braves! What a great run there. Braves score here in the second half. Finally, with 2:46. And of course, who was running the ball? It was Williams again. So that's a 6 points there. We're going for the extra point. See if we can get the ball up and through those goalposts. And it looks like they're going to take a little timeout. So will they take a timeout? We'll take a timeout. Braves now lead it 25-0. We'll come back with the extra point kick here in 30 seconds from Yates Memorial. Okay, hopefully we will. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good, Gary. You did a great job with Rhodes. Great job, man. Makes me want to cry. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Field and home of the Braves. Braves going for the extra point here after a great run by Williams. He just run all over, beyond, beside, between those Bulldogs from Marianna. All right, ball is being snapped. It's down, it's up, and it is good. So that is a +1. So that brings the Braves up to 26 points to Marianna's no score tonight here with 2:46 left in the first half. Well, Gary's got some scores, and I'll try to pass along on YouTube here as he tells me across the airwaves of WZEP. Okay. Wow. Gulf Breeze over South Walton 14-0. Crestview over Milton 6-0. Lincoln leading Niceville 19-15. Navarre leads Pensacola Christian 7-0 in the second quarter. Pensacola Catholic, yeah. Wow. All right, the Braves are kicking off now, Gary. I'll have to disturb you there for a second. And they pick up the ball on about the 15-yard lines, and good run back. Got to get up to around the 33, 34-yard line. So a good run back there for the Bulldogs with 2:37 left here in the first half of tonight's game. So you got some more scores there. So 28-7, that's Freeport over North Bay Haven. And that's in the third quarter. Oh, second quarter. Okay. All right. All right, let's see. They've got one split wide to the left here for the Bulldogs. Two in the backfield with the quarterback. It's a handoff, and the Braves jumping from behind. He may pick up a yard there, depending on where the officials mark it. He didn't get far. He had Braves all over him out there. Clock counting down over there. Yeah, it's been a long ride there for Rhodes Jewelers, and there comes time when you have to retire, and so Bruce said it's time. So we hate to hear that, but we understand. All right, the Bulldogs up tight over the ball, handed off up the middle, and he is dropped before he can get very far. And let's see who was in on that tackle first in there. It looked like number 11 for the Braves, and that would have been Womble. Womble with a tackle there, getting a hold of him, coming out of the backfield. Going to bring up third down and long 7 for the Bulldogs. 1:27 left here in the first half of tonight's game. You know, it's kind of different to look this year as you look over towards the high school where there used to be a corridor out there. There's now buildings been put there. Have to make more room for more students. Walton High School continues to grow just like all the high schools and middle schools in Walton County and elementary schools. So a lot of growth in our county. Hard to keep up. I admire those that's trying to do that. I'm telling you, it's got to be a hard job. Got to be a mighty hard job. Well, they're going to take a little break on the field there. Going to call a timeout. I think we'll call a timeout. Score here at Yates Memorial. It's 26-0. Walton Braves over the Marianna Bulldogs with 1:04 left here in the first half of tonight's game.
Are we going to do the halftime live on YouTube?
Yeah, I always leave it on, do the band, and I'll turn it on this. Yeah. You folks on YouTube, you'll get to see the Walton band. Oh, God. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Field, where the Braves lead the Marianna Bulldogs 26-0. Got an update on the Freeport and North Bay Haven game. It's now 35-7, Freeport over North Bay Haven. All right, it's third down and a good long 7 here for the Bulldogs as they come back out of that break. And let's see, one-man split wide to the left, 2 in the backfield with Barber, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. And he throws it real quick over to a young man cutting across there, number 17, I think it is, which would have been Aiden Smith for the Bulldogs, but it was not a well-thrown ball. So that'll bring up fourth down. And like we said, a long 7. And I see the punting team coming in to punt it away for the Bulldogs. He'll be punting from somewhere around his 25-yard line if all goes well, if the snap's good. And it's down, it's up, and there goes flags. And it's going to be procedure against the Bulldogs, so that's going to push them back another 5 yards. It'll be fourth down and 13 or 14 yards, something like that. And that'll just be to the advantage of the Braves. They won't have to be quite as far back. They're lining up on the 40-yard line now of the Braves. Two receivers there. 59 seconds on the clock. All right, the ball is snapped. It's punted away. It's a line drive picked up on the 39-yard line. Still on his feet, coming around the right-hand side. Still fighting. And finally brought down. There goes the flag. It's going to be dropped just short of the 50. But I'm not sure about the flag, who it was dropped on. We'll have to wait and see. It may be against Marianna, the way the officials. And we've got some confrontation going down on the south end of the field there between a Bulldog and a Brave down there. We won't call any names and numbers, but they broke them up real quick. But the discussion's back up here around the 50-yard line where the officials are talking with the Braves. And now the official's walking over to Whitecap and to one of the other officials. And all the officials gathering up. And it looks like it's going to go against the Braves. And yeah, that's what they call it on the Braves. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're calling that off. They said, well, nope, there they go. They're making penalty now. Now it's going against the Braves. Got to push the Braves way back. It's a personal. I think it's from the confrontation way back there a while ago. So the Braves now have the ball on the 38-yard line. They're on 38-yard line. 46 seconds left here. And now another penalty. Now they're marking that penalty off. Another personal. Now the ball's all the way back to the 23-yard line. And let's see where they're going to. Okay. So it should be first down, and we'll start at our own 23-yard line. We got two Braves to the left, one to the right. Those penalties will hurt you. So especially if you try to, rumble with somebody, you don't want to get caught doing that. And the ball is snapped kind of short, and West throwing it long, got a man out there, and it's caught, and he drops it. He had it in his hands, and he drops it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And I think that was Morse. He had the ball in and out of his hands. Had he caught that, he was down around the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs. Great throw by West, getting it all the way down there to him. Just not able to pull it in. All right, we've got two to the left, one to the right, one in the backfield with West, the quarterback for the Braves. Snapped, looking to throw. It's a little quick pass here. And to an old friend of ours. Know his dad quite well. And there he is, number 87, Cale Hughes. He caught that ball, got about 7 yards on that. So it's going to bring up third down and about 3 yards with 13 seconds on the clock. One to the left, one to the right. Just a handoff up the middle. Still on his feet. Broke loose, still on his feet. Broke loose, still on his feet. Going to get all the way down. And the clock's going to run out. But he's going to get down to around the 45-yard line. But I think that's going to end the first half of tonight's game. Let's see. Are the officials going to put a little second or two on the clock? Are they going to call it, or are they going to put it down? Let's see. And they're going to call that the end of the first half. So with 2 quarters gone here at Yates Memorial Stadium, the Walton Braves are on top 26-0. So we're going to come back in just a moment or two, and we'll probably take maybe, let's say, 2 minutes, Gary. Would that give you time, or you need 3? Whatever you need, just give what time you need and bring it back, and we'll do a wrap-up in the middle here, and we'll listen to the band and give you a little break back there at the station. How's that? All right. All right, folks out there on YouTube, we're going to be firing up the band down here. As you look down on the field here, you can see the band of Marianna lining up. And my wife is correct. They are in purple and black. Okay, you folks over on YouTube there, we've got the camera out on the drum corps of the Marianna Bulldog High School Band. And they'll be marching out on the field. And we'll be letting you guys listen to the bands too tonight. These kids work hard just like the football teams do. And we don't want to forget the cheerleading squads either. They put in a lot of hours, a lot of work. And we want to say, you know, congratulations to all these young folks participating in football, band, cheerleading. And of course, we got cross country. You got baseball, basketball. I mean, volleyball. I know I took one of the grandsons he gives volleyball game here last night, where the Walton Braves were against Pensacola Catholic. You folks on YouTube, there comes the Marianna Marching Band out. And welcome back. It's Memorial Field, and we have the mic turned up here so you can hear the band from Chipley High School. And you hear them on the air there, WCEP AM 1460. And on YouTube, you can see them and hear them. So let's present the Marianna Marching Band. Well, I think it's time to load up on the Millennium and go flying. And you're listening to the Marianna Band out on the field tonight. I'm using there goes to all of us old folks, right? Takes us back a bunch of years when that song first came out.
I get a lot of sound for 4,500 pounds.
Marianna High School marching band put on a show here at Yates Memorial tonight. There's just a lot of time and effort goes into these band members practicing the marches, and of course playing on top of that, keeping their schoolwork up, traveling like they do. So it's, I love being able to show the band that it's one of my favorite things to do. I feel like sometimes in college football games we miss out. They go to do commentary. You don't get to see the band, These college bands that they have are really fantastic, big bands and all. And that was the Bulldog band, and they are through with their little presentation tonight. Did a fantastic job, and I want to commend everybody over in Marianna, especially in the music program over there. These kids seem very disciplined on the field and carried out what they needed to do. And let's see, maybe they're not through. I don't know. They're laying guns down on there. They're not real guns, but they're made like real guns. We have one at the house that Joseph got when he was in ROTC a couple of years, 3 years ago, when he got that. And he learned to twirl it, but I don't think he's twirling any guns at Keesler right now. He's doing a lot of studying, so we wish him the best out there in his studies, and as he makes a career for a while in the United States Air Force. Yeah, we'll have Walton Band coming out now here in a moment. As the band from Marianna moves out of the way. Beautiful night here at Yates Memorial Field in Funiac Springs. Beautiful weather, perfect weather to be sitting in a ball game. Not hot, not sticky, just how you want. All right, here comes the marching Braves. And you've been watching and listening to the Walton High School Marching Band. Did a great job, too. Two great bands tonight on the field. And two great football teams about ready to get ready for the second half of tonight's game. Well, the Braves lead it right now by a score of 26-0 here at halftime. Let's see, the Braves picked up 3 first downs in the first quarter. I don't believe Marianna got one. I think they didn't pick up any in the second quarter. The Braves ended up with a couple of first downs. And the Braves score with 9:15 in the first quarter by Williams. And a 6-0 missed extra point. Then at 7:21, Williams with a touchdown once again, put on another 6 points, went for the extra point and picked it up. And then went for it and missed it. And then we were going to go for 2, ended up going for 1, and ended up 13-0. Then with 4:43 left in the first quarter, I think it was Odom picked up a touchdown there, making it 19-0 for the Braves. Then with 2:46 left here in the second quarter, Williams picking up a nice little touchdown, put another 6 points on the board for the Braves, and they went to the extra point. It was good, so the Braves lead it here 26-0 at halftime here at Yates Memorial Field. All right, we have the boys on the field down here on the south end, the Braves, and of course, Marianna Bulldogs coming on the field. We're going to take about a 30-second break, and then we'll come back with the kickoff for the second half of tonight's game. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Field, where the Braves and the Marianna Bulldogs are playing tonight. Braves lead it 26-0 here as we begin the third quarter here momentarily. What else can I say? It's just been all Braves tonight. Been some fumbles, been some interceptions on both sides, and that's just kind of how it's been. And of course, it's basically the first real game of the season for both Marianna and the Braves tonight. So that is where we're at. I don't know about we've had any update on the scores there. Gary, I've been letting him take a break while we were listening and watching the bands here. But the last we heard that Freeport was on top of North Bay Haven 35-7. Don't know what that is now. Chipley was on top of North Florida Christian. I think it was 14-0 the last time we checked. Chipley 20-0 now, huh? At halftime? Okay. All right. Anything new on Freeport? So North Bay Haven down 7-35 over down at Freeport, huh? Freeport on top of North Bay Haven 35-7, should I say. That's what I'm trying to spit out. So Pensacola Catholic leads Navarre 14-13. Wow. That's a game there, it sounds like. Oh, yeah, Pensacola Catholic, we know way too well. You never can count those folks out, let me tell you. Them people play over there in Pensacola Catholic. In all sports, they're tough. All right, the Braves will be getting the kickoff here, so they're lining up on the field. And we've got the ball placed there. The Bulldog has placed it. The kicker is ready to kick it away. We're just waiting on the white cap to blow that whistle. And let's see. And Okay. So what was that, I wonder? They kicked off. The Brave caught it, and now they're going to put the ball back, I guess. I guess it was just a practice. Ever seen that before? Oh, there goes the clock. So it was a little practice for them. Now the officials set the ball down. The kicker for the Bulldogs put it in the stand there to kick it. Got two Braves back around the 12, 13, 14-yard line. Being kicked from the 40-yard line, and it's a kind of a line drive. Picked up on the 19-yard line, up to the 25, 35. Woo! But I see a flag back here. Flag thrown out about the 28-yard line. Not sure if there's going to be a block in the back or what. We're going to have to wait and see who it's against. I got a feeling it's going to be the Braves. Yep, holding on the Braves. So the Braves, have the ball, but it'll be way back in their territory as we get started here in the third quarter tonight at Yates Memorial Field. And I don't know, but I'm smelling food big time tonight up here. I don't know. What's that smell? It smells good, whatever it is. And no, this year I don't have Joseph. When I did the halftime things, Joseph would run down to the concession and bring us back a burger or a hot dog or nachos or French fries or whatever they had cooking down there, maybe a little bowl of peanuts. I'll mention boiled peanuts for one of my brothers out there. He loves boiled peanuts, but he's up in North Carolina. All right, Braves with 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and it's a little fledge pass out to the left-hand side. Caught, going to pick up about 6 or 7 yards on it before they're tackled. I got a Bulldog slow getting up out there. And he may have a cramp. I'm not sure. The way he's dragging his leg looks like a cramp to me. Yeah, he'll probably get some cramps out there tonight. That's Garcia over there for the Bulldogs walking off the field. So the Braves have it now, second down, and they gave them 6 yards on that run. So about second down and 4 for the Braves. We've got 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield with West. And it's another little throw out there, and it's off the ground. So it's an incomplete pass. That'll bring up third down and 4. So the Braves have got to get a first down here, move that ball from back there in their territory. They don't want to give the Bulldogs the ball way back there, by no means. All right, we got a couple of Braves to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield with West. It's a handoff. It's a keeper by the quarterback, and he just goes forward, and he's going to pick up a first down for the Braves here, the first down of the third quarter. And he's going to get out somewhere around the 32-yard line. And he's slow to get up. That's not good. We need him out there. So a couple of the coaches one coach has ran out there. And he's coming off the field. Winton West coming off the field after that tackle back there. Might have got the wind knocked out of him. He got hit pretty good back there when he ran the ball, and they tackled him. He's walking off on his own, so we'll see. And number 11 for the Braves goes in, Womble. And I think he's going to take over quarterback duties right at this moment. And it's 1st and 10. And it's a handoff up the middle, still on his feet, going to pick up 2 or 3 yards. Having a hard time getting him down, and finally they bring him down somewhere around the 35-yard line, 36, somewhere in there. And Witten headed back on the field. He just needs to catch his breath here. So that's going to bring up second down in about 5 yards. So that's a 5-yard pickup on that run. And we've got 1 Brave to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield with West, the quarterback for the Braves. Snapped, looking to throw, got a man wide open, and it's caught. No, in and out of his hands. He was being chased by two. Let me tell you, two Bulldogs, and still like to pull it off. He missed that pass, Lisa. He sat down there and did 10 push-ups because he knew he messed up. Now, that's pretty good. That's number 7 there, clinch for the Braves. I mean, it was in it. That was it, clinch? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was Odom. I think that was Odom. All right, the Braves, what are they doing? Hand it off and trying to break free, but there's just nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. In fact, going to lose some yardage on that, looks like. All right, it's going to bring up 4th down and about, I'd say, 7 yards. Let's see what the Braves, I think the Braves are going to punt it away. Looks like Merlot is back there to punt it away, and we've got a Bulldog down around his own 40-yard line. Braves not able to get a first down in that time after getting the first down. And snapped and punted away. Nice high punt. It's going to hit, take a bounce back for the Bulldogs, and the Braves going to jump on it around the 41-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over here at 9:56 here in the 3rd quarter. Braves lead the Bulldogs 26-0 right now. Glad to have you folks listening to WZEP AM 1460, and of course over on WZEP YouTube channel. I think we're up to 70-something watchers right now on the YouTube. Call your friends and neighbors, your mama, your daddy, your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and people you don't even like. Call them, tell them to watch the game there on YouTube. All right, let's see. They bunched up tight there, the Bulldogs. Got one to the left. Quarterback keeps it. He's coming up the middle, and he broke free pretty good there. Going to get up close to the 50-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 2 yards for a first down. That was one of the better plays I've seen out of the Bulldogs tonight. That was a nice-looking play. Moved the Braves out of the way to pick up that 8 yards. All right, Bulldogs up over the ball. Let's see. A little confusion there. They're in tight. Got one to the left. One in the backfield with a quarterback. And he's going to try to slip up there, but nowhere to go. Going to lose maybe a yard on that. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. Well, they're not saying he lost any, but he did lose a little yardage there. I'm going to say 3rd down and about 2 yards there. That's our score. Score here is 26-0. The Braves over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs with the ball, 3rd down and about 2 yards out there. They got one split wide to the left here, one in the backfield with the quarterback. And I'm sure it's going to be a handoff, and it is, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. See where they mark him. So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 for the Bulldogs. And being down 26 points, I would say that they're going to go for it. That's just going to be what I think. I could be wrong, but if you're down 26, you're in early in the 3rd quarter, it's probably worth the gamble since you're out on the 50-yard line. So that's what I would do probably if I was the coach down there, but I'm not. But looks like maybe that's what they're going to do. Well, there's been a penalty on the play against the Bulldogs. So let's see. So it's going to bring up 3rd down And about 6. Doing some fancy shifting there. Got one guy split wide to the right. And it's tossed back, and there's just nowhere to go. And he's going to be dropped somewhere around the 45-yard line, it looks. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs. And it'll be 4th and a good 6 yards. It went out from under me a while ago. Chair. All right, we got a couple of Braves dropping back to around the 25-yard line. And we've got the kicker in the backfield there. The punt it away. We said 4th and about 6 yards. A high snap. He's going to get it off. Got a nice high kick being called on the 20-yard line. We're running backwards, and that's not good. And we're going to get dropped back there. Let's see where they're going to call it. Ran backwards, and he's going to go from the 20 and lose all the way back to the 13. Sometimes it's best just to head forward instead of trying to get around the backside there. But the Braves will start it 1st and 10 on their own 13-yard line. Early here in the 3rd quarter, Braves leading right now 26-0 over the Marianna Bulldogs. All right, we've got one Brave split wide to the left, 2 to the right. 7:13 here in the 3rd quarter. Ball snap. Little toss off out to the backfield there. Still on his feet. Broke loose. Got one more man, and he gets tackled, but he's going to pick up a 1st down for the Braves. And it's going to be, let's see. Nope, there's a flag back there. I think it's going against the Braves. Let's see. Coming back. And it's going to be against the Braves, it looks like. Ball all the way back on the 5-yard line now. So we've got a couple of Braves split to the left, one to the right. Quarterback standing in the end zone. Got to get out of there. Somehow got to get out. And there's just nowhere to go. The Bulldogs make a good tackle there. Braves not. That's going backwards again, looks like. They lost probably another yard or so on that. So it's going to be 2nd down and a country mile for the Braves. One right here. One in the backfield with Whitten West, the quarterback for the Braves. Got to throw it, looks like. He's running. He's got to run. He's just got to run, try to get out of bounds. And he's out of bounds, and the guy's still trying to tackle him. Everybody was looking for a flag, but there's none thrown. And he's going to get tossed out somewhere around the 5-yard line. So no gain on the play there. But actually putting it on the 4-yard line. Okay, some of the coaches from Marianna on the field there come out to one of the players that's running off the field. I think he might have got shook up a little bit. And it looks like they're going to take a timeout here at Yates Memorial with 5:53 left here in the third quarter. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout. Here at Yates Memorial, it's the Braves 26, the Bulldogs 0. Yeah, 30. All you folks up on YouTube, glad to have you with us. Glad to have you. And like we said, tell your friends, neighbors, and everybody you know, join us. Next week will be an open week. We won't have a ball game next week. And a big hello to Bruce Rhodes and his family tonight. He'll be retiring there at Rhodes here in a few days, the closure of it, and gonna miss it. A couple of long-time businesses we've lost this year so far, Thriftway and now Lee Rhodes, you know. And my wife said she got her high school ring from Rhodes Jewelers there. So what year was that? 1910, 20? When was it? When? 75? 50 years ago. That's right, 50 years ago. Our next game will be against Holmes County. And that'll be played on the 5th of next month. Yeah, my wife slapped me for saying it was about 1910. But anyway, a couple of Braves to the left, one to the right, slinging that ball out, and it is caught for a first down. And we're going to get all the way up to close to the 30-yard line. So we did get our first down now. Sure needed to do that. And great pass by West. Flung that thing out there, and I think it was number 8, Williams, able to get out there and catch that ball and pull it in. So we've got one Brave to the left, one to the right, two in the backfield with West. And it's a handoff up the middle, still on his feet. He's going to get up to about the 35-yard line before he's brought down. That should be, let's see where they mark it. And the official standing on the 35, and it goes down there. So that'll bring second down in about 3 yards, a 7-yard pickup there. Got a couple of Braves off to the left, one to the right. It's a low snap. West has to pick it up and just try to do something with it, and he's going to lose a yard or so. It was a low snap, and he was wanting to hand it off, but he had to pick it up. He had no choice but to try to run with it. So it looks like a couple of Braves going off to the left, one to the right here. It's 4:24 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Braves on top, 26-0. All right, one Brave to the left, one to the right, two in the backfield. West with the ball, hands it off, right up the middle, still on his feet, out past the 42-yard line. Looks where he's going to get dropped. Yep, 42-yard line. Looked like he was going to break it for more, but Bulldog jumped on him there. But it's a good pickup. It's enough for another first down for the Braves. And the Braves moving the ball here and running the clock. So when we come back on the 5th of next month, it'll be here at Yates Memorial. All right, a Brave wide to the left, one wide to the right. Two in the backfield, the quarterback looking to throw, throwing for the man over the middle, and it's Mr. Hughes, Mr. Cale Hughes there with a nice catch, and guess what? Another first down for the Braves. The ball inside Bulldog territory now on the 41-yard line. There's something about Cale Hughes' daddy, his daddy's name, they call him TJ, and he works for Budweiser. And my oldest son's name is TJ, and he also works for Budweiser. So for the company there, Budweiser out of Ebro. So known Kale and his daddy for several years now. Watched the young man grow up. And he's out there on that football field producing. All right, got a Brave to the right, a couple to the left. One in the backfield with West. And Braves were moving. And you know it's going against the Braves. They had some movement there. It was on the right-hand side of the front line there. They got a little anxious, so they lose 5 yards there. But it's still second and 15. Should be, first and 15, I thought. Anyway, got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And it's handed off up the middle, trying to find some space. And he's going to get a little. And he's going to get back up around the 44-yard line, maybe. And that's going to bring up and let's see what we're doing. Walton's got 2 to the right here, 1 going out to the left. 1 in the backfield with West. Got about 13 yards to go to get to a first down. Looking to throw, throwing out to it's way over his head, but he reached for it. But it was tough. He's down on the grass right now. Might have got the wind knocked out of him. Oh, he's coming off with his leg there, and we don't need that. That is clinch. So that's going to bring up 4th down and still 13 yards. Braves not able to get it on down after picking up all those first downs. All of a sudden, the Bulldogs able to hold them back. So should be Merlo back to punt it away for the Braves to the Bulldogs. Got a Bulldog somewhere down around the 10-yard line. Yeah, there's a flag on the field. It's going against the Braves. Going to move them back. So the ball now sitting on the Bulldog 48-yard line, and the Braves having to punt it away. And it's a short punt, but it takes a Walton bounce. And it's going all the way down inside the 5-yard line, it looks like. Is that where they're going to mark it? I think it is. Let's see where the official puts the ball down. And maybe they're going to put it on the 5-yard line. Yep, they're going to put it on the 5-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over on their own 5-yard line with 1:50 left here in the third quarter of play. Got some substitutions coming in for the Bulldogs, some in for the Braves. Look to see if Clint is back out there yet or still on the sidelines over here. All right, they got one split wide to the right there for the Bulldogs. And too much time there. Nope, they're calling a timeout there on the Bulldogs. They want a timeout. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. It's 1:50 left here in the third quarter. Braves on top of the Bulldogs, 26-0, back in 30. Well, we're glad to have everybody back on YouTube tonight with us, and hope you'll join us. And be sure and, put the like and all, and subscribe to the YouTube channel there for WZEP.
Back over 100.
Yeah, we need to get it on back well over 100. We got on past that. At one point, I think we had like 300 or 400 on there a couple of nights there. And well, yeah, welcome back there on WZEP AM 1460, Uniac Springs, and of course on our YouTube channel, WZEP. Glad to have all you listeners and viewers tonight. All right, let's see. And it's a little slight pass out to the Bulldogs, and really doesn't look like it did anything. I don't know if they're even going to pick up a yard. Let's see. I think it's going to still be 2nd and 10. No, they're going to give them a yard, I think. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs, way deep in their territory. They're on their own 6-yard line. A lot of ground here between where they're at and where the other end zone is. But you know, things can change in a split second on a football field, just like in life. All right, we've got one split wide to the right for the Bulldogs. And whistles blowing, everything else going on. And I think it's going to be against the Bulldogs. And that's going to push them back. And they're going to put the ball on the 4-yard line. So they still got a Bulldog split wide to the right. There went the whistle. Ball snapped high. And he's going to get tackled in the backfield. He's not going to pick up anything. He may lose a little, and he did. The ball on about the 1-yard line now. And that'll bring up 3rd down and about 16, 17 yards with 40 seconds on the clock as it counts its way down. I don't know if we'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. We'll have to, because the play clock and the count clock, a little difference in time there. All right, the Bulldogs have one split wide to the left here. And it snapped, and it's a throw, and it's intercepted for a touchdown. Intercepted for a touchdown. Number 4, that would be Lindsay for the Braves. He did a flip after he caught the ball. They're probably going to get him for celebration. You hear me? It's probably for celebration there. So let's see what they do. So what did it end up doing here? See what they're going to call it. Yep. Gave him a touchdown. I believe that's what he called. Then I think he got him for celebration. Yep. So that's a 6-pointer there, going for the extra point. And that'll be Merlot going for the extra point. Down and kick and up, and it is +1. So it is now 33-0. Walton Braves over the Marianna Bulldogs with 2 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Okay. All right, all you folks out there on YouTube, call your friends, your neighbors, your aunts, your uncles, anybody else you know of. Get them to watch the Braves here on WZEP's YouTube channel, or if they can't pull it up on YouTube, go to WZEP AM 1460. Turn on the radio. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Field, where the Braves lead the Marianna Bulldogs 33-0. I'm sure they're going to put the penalties of the celebration and all on the kickoff here against the Braves. A lot of celebration went on down there. Caught the ball, got in for a touchdown, did a flip in the air, and of course, as soon as he did that, flags went to flying. And we want to tell you that, we're going to be kicking off down around the 25-yard line. So we'll tell you that later, but we'll get ready for the kickoff here. And it's booted, and it's a nice high kick. Going to hit on about the 29-yard line, and he goes to pick it up. He can't get it in his hands, so he just falls down on it. And with that, that'll end the third quarter of play down around the 28, 29-yard line. It's where the Bulldogs will take over when we start this fourth quarter of play. Like we said, we're playing Marianna tonight here at Yates Memorial. Our next game will be on the 5th of September. And that will be here as we take on Holmes County. So we invite you to come back in 2 weeks and be with us. Not sure, we might find something to do next Friday night. Might throw something up on YouTube just to give y'all something to see. Or at any time, we might pop up here on WZEP as we're figuring it out without the presence of Joseph. Joseph waited over a year to get his job in the United States Air Force, and he did. He went through boot camp, and now he's in school in Biloxi, Mississippi, at Keesler Air Force Base. I will tell you one thing. We went out to his graduation, and it was hot in Texas. That man was hot. All right, we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter of play here at Yates Memorial. And the ball sitting down on the 27-yard line, where the Bulldogs have it. As we start this fourth quarter. One to the left. And it's a trick play, but still on his feet. Almost broke loose. Should have had him in the backfield, but we had a couple of Braves miss him. But it was a little fancy play. It was a double handoff there. And he picked him up some yardage, trying some trick plays here, trying to make something happen. So it's going to bring up second down and about 4 yards. It was a great play. Had everybody fooled, but the Braves did have a couple of guys back there, but they just missed the tackle there, and he was able to pick up that 6 yards. Like I said, we're early here in the fourth quarter of play. $11:10 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 4 seconds. You're going to have to call a timeout, and they did. So Marianna burns the timeout here. Trying to tell the quarterback what they wanted to do, and the time clock over here was clicking away. It was at 3 seconds when they called the timeout. So they're taking a timeout. I think we'll take one here. Walton Braves lead it over the Marianna Bulldogs, 33-0, back in 30. All right, everybody out there on YouTube, glad to have you with us. All right. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Field, where the Braves lead the Bulldogs out of Marianna, 33-0. And you hear the crowd cheering down there for the Braves. And they're hanging tight. Got a good little crowd over from Marianna tonight to watch the Braves. And my wife's pointing at something. Oh, grasshopper. Had a grasshopper in here, one of those green ones, yeah. All right, the Bulldogs have one to the left, one to the right. Two in the backfield of the quarterback, and flags flying before we even get started. And Walton player threw him down, and then official threw it. And now they're scrambling. There's a little being upset out there. And they need to get him off the field. Blakely with a tackle, but he needed to let him go, and he threw him down. And so they threw a flag on the Braves when there was already a flag down, which was going to go against, it looked like probably Marianna. But then there was some more action, so it's probably going to go against the Braves. A little too much extracurricular activities down there. Not called for. You have to keep your head cool. Sometimes it's tough, we know that, but sometimes you just got to man up and let it go. So officials out there with a discussion going on, we'll let you know as soon as we know. So they're over there talking, got a big powwow. Of course, both teams are now huddled up together. Huddled up with each team on separate part of the field. Try to calm them all down, cool down. We'll see what the officials are going to do here. I think the original flag was in the backfield against the Bulldogs, but then Brave had a hold of one of the Bulldogs who had caught the pass, and he tossed him down. And then after that, it all kind of broke out into a little scuffle over there. And so have to wait and see how the officials see it, what they're going to call. And we're early, like I said, in the fourth quarter, 11:02 on the clock. Clock stopped, of course. A couple of coaches out there on the middle of the field with the Braves, talking with them. I see Coach Lindsay walking across the field there. Sure, he's not happy with the little extra activities going on there, but it's a game and everybody gets heated up and all. So it's going to bring up second down. They're putting the ball on the, I'd say, 27-yard line, maybe. So it'll be second, and let's see what they're going to do. I think maybe they're going to mark off the penalties now. Let's see what the Whitecap's going to say here. The illegal procedure gets. So there we go. No penalty there, all counteracted. So the ball is being placed there on the 27-yard line. Second down and about 7 or so. And he's just mauled back there by Braves and loses. He's going to get dropped just shy of the 25-yard line. There was about 4 Braves all over him, and he's getting up slowly. And number 6 there for Marianna, and they got him up. He's still there. He's kind of giving on his leg just a little bit, but I don't even have a number 6 on my roster here, so I'll not be able to tell you who it is for the Bulldogs. So it's going to bring a third down and 11 yards here. Got one Bulldog split wide to the left, one in the backfield. Handoff up the middle, still fighting on his feet. And there's about 5 Braves with their hands all over him. And he may pick up a couple of yards. Going to bring up fourth down. And I say good 8 yards for the Bulldogs. There's 9:53 left here in the game. They're down by 33 points. Looks like they're going to bring the kicking crew back out here and try to punt it away. I guess they've known they've had a hard time dealing with the Braves tonight, and probably the best thing for them is to punt it away and try to hold the Braves from getting any more points on the board. Now, the Braves were moving the ball a while ago, and then just all of a sudden, it's just like they couldn't move it anymore. All right, the ball is snapped. It's punted, and it's a nice high pump. And it's fumbled. And it's fumbled and picked up by a Brave, I think. And I think the Braves will have it somewhere around the 43-yard line. So the Braves will take over here with 9:11 left in the game. All right, here comes the Braves out over the ball. And it's a little screen pass off to the right-hand side and caught and moved forward to about the 48, 49-yard line. You need to unplug it? Okay. All right. Braves, of course, second down and about 5. 1 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 in the backfield with West, and it's a handoff up the middle. Number 8 carrying the ball for the Braves. Of course, that's Williams. And he's going to pick up a few yards. Going to bring up third down and long 2 yards. 1 Brave to the left, 1 to the right, 2 in the backfield with the quarterback, West. And it's handed off to number 8, and he's going to get. Well, did he fumble the ball? Waiting on the official to say something there, and I think they fumbled the ball. And yeah, they did. The Braves fumbled the ball then and give Marianna an opportunity. The ball on the 48-yard line, it looks like, of the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs have it there. Braves fumbled it, trying to go for a first down. All right, Marianna's got 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield with the quarterback. It'll be another trick play, and sidesteps one attacker there from the Braves and breaks loose. Going to get up to around the 50-yard lines where they're going to mark him. So they'll bring up second down and probably 7 yards there. All right, it's 33 to zip. Braves over the Bulldogs of Marianna here in the fourth quarter. 7:50 left. And the clock, of course, is running. Got 1 split wide to the right for the Bulldogs. 1 in the backfield with the quarterback. And it's a handoff up the middle, still on his feet. Going to fight. And he's trying to get to that first first yard mark. I think he's going to be a little short. Let's see where they mark him. I think he's going to be at least 2 yards, maybe short where they mark him. Man, it's going to be 1 yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 yard for a first down for the Bulldogs. They're now in Brave territory. Ball on the 43-yard line. All right, we've got a Bulldog split wide to the right. One in the backfield with the quarterback Barber for the Bulldogs. Snapped, handed off up the middle. Breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet. Broke 2 more tackles. Going to pick up a first down. And they'll finally get a first down here in the 4th quarter. It has not gone well tonight for Marianna, but looking pretty good right now. They pick up their first down. Coach is there talking to, of course, the Braves there, giving instructions. Another substitution coming in for the Bulldogs. Of course, it's the quarterback, and the clock is counting down now at 15-14. That's the play clock. We've got 6:10 left in the game. 1 Bulldog split wide to the left, 1 in the backfield with the quarterback. Trying to draw the Braves off. It's a little screen pass, and man, he is nailed all the way back at the 45-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 5 yards, maybe 4 yards, something like that. And a good read by the Braves. There was 2 Braves there. As soon as he caught the ball, turned to run, there was 2 Braves all over him there. So looks like somebody taking a timeout on the field. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. Braves lead the Bulldogs 33-0 here at Yates Memorial. All right, you folks on YouTube, glad to have you here. It's an exciting game tonight. Like we said, we'll have an open date next week, and then we'll come back the week after, which will be in September as Holmes County comes to town. All right. Welcome back to WZEP AM 1460, Defuniak Springs, Florida. It is Friday Night Lights, Friday night high school football. Nothing better than watching these young teenage boys compete on the field. The cheerleaders out here giving their all to it. The bands come out and they play. It's just great to watch. A lot of work in all of this. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, but if you look at the football, the baseball, the football, the band, and the cheerleaders, that's a lot of work. A couple to the right, 2 to the left for the Bulldogs. Looking to throw. Got a man out there. This throw short, like to have been picked up by a Brave. Well, you know what? At least I don't know if you can see it, but down to our south, I guess down towards the Gulf down there, I've been watching off and on this evening. There's some lightning way out there, so I figure it may be way out in the Gulf, or at least down below Freeport, you know. I don't know if Gary's got any updates on any of the scores tonight. Pass along to us. So Knoxville got defeated by Lincoln tonight. All right, got a couple of Bulldogs to the left, 1 to the right. 3rd down and long, about 15 yards. And it's a low snap, and it's handed off, and he's started upfield, but he gets yanked back. But he's going to pick up maybe up close to the original yard where they started. Nope, going to be a yard short, looks like. So that's going to bring up 4th down and at least 11 yards for the Bulldogs. And I think they're going to punt it away. They want to back Walton up to their goal and hope they can get the ball back. That's what they're counting on. Couple of Braves dropping back to around the 10-yard line. And it's going to go out of bounds up around the 10-yard line. And Lisa's pulling up the weather here. And looks like there is a lot of activity down in the Gulf right now.
Way south.
And lightning way out in the Gulf right now. Some major showers north of Valdosta up towards Atlanta and all. Got a lot of activity going on there. But that's the flashes I see way out in the Gulf. And there it went again. But here in the beautiful Definiak Springs, I tell you what, beautiful night for high school football. All right, the Braves have got 3 split to the right, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield with West, the quarterback. And looking to throw, and it's a quick throw out into the right-hand side. Man still on his feet. Going to pick up 5 or 6 yards there, maybe 7. Let's see, depending on where the officials mark it, which will bring up 2nd down. And they place it on about the 18-yard line. So it's 2nd down and about 3 yards. So it's a 7-yard pickup on that throw. All right, we've got 1 to the right and 2 to the left here for the Braves. 1 in the backfield with West, quarterback. And it's a keeper by the quarterback right up the middle, still on his feet. Going to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled. So the Braves get a 1st down on that. Clock at 3:32 and running. Of course, it's with a score 33-0. It's a fast running clock. And we've got a couple of Braves to the right, 1 to the left. And it's a quick throw off to the right-hand side. Maybe a yard pickup there. Bulldogs quick to get a hold of him, put him down. I think the catch there was Morris. Clock still ticking. Braves looks like just kind of burning that clock up. We've got 2 to the right, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield with West, the quarterback. It's a handoff up the middle and nowhere much. Going to get drugged down. We're at 2:15 there on the clock. It continues to tick, tick, tick. All right, we got 2 Braves to the left, 1 to the right, 3rd down in about 7 yards. Looking to throw out long and got them all over him, but no flags called there. It's actually overthrown. Probably one of the reasons they didn't call it. The ball was pretty well overthrown. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Braves. They'll have to punt it away. And that looks like what we're going to do. Or are we? Yep. I think so. Looks like Merlot and back there to punt it away. All right, let's see what we do. Going to punt it away. Oh, it's a bad snap. He's just going to run out of bounds with it. Oh, my goodness. And he's going to run out of bounds down around the 10-yard line, which breathes life into the Bulldogs to be able to put something on the board. They'll have 1:47 seconds to try to get 10 yards. My goodness. Bad snap, not able to get it up and get it punted away. Picked up the ball and just ran over and went out of bounds. Hard to second guess, but maybe should have tried to run upfield just a little bit, but he ran backwards and ran out at the 10. So minute 47 here on the clock. Bulldogs with the ball. Some substitutions coming in for them. A little shifting there. Going to have one wide to the right. And they're going to try to hand it off up the middle. And I think they're going to get in for a touchdown. Or maybe they didn't. All right, let's see. One Bulldog split wide to the right. See what they're going to do. I'm sure they're going to try to run it up the middle, and they're not going to get in. They're going to be stopped. The clock should be running, but it's not. And there's a timeout on the field. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. Here at Yates Memorial Field, the Braves lead the Bulldogs by a score of 33-6. And they did score a while ago. They went for the extra 2 points, didn't get it. So Braves on top, 33-6. And welcome back to Yates Memorial Field, where the Braves lead it 33-6 here over the Marianna Bulldogs. And like I said, they got the ball down there in the 10-yard line, and it seemed like the Braves just kind of said, let them get 6 points. There's only a minute 40 left in the game. You know, let them have 2 points on the board there. So the Bulldogs ready to kick off to the Braves. And Braves just need to run the clock out here. Let's see what they do. They got to hold on to the ball first. And to kick the ball, the clock will start once again. There with the whistle. And the ball's kicked. And it's a short one, and it's touched by a Brave, and he's got to pick it up, do something with it. He's coming right up the middle, and he's going to get tackled somewhere around the 25-yard line. That's where the Braves will take over. 1st and 10. 1:33 on the clock. We'll remind you of Cafe Noah's Big Game and Late Night Pizza Special. Karaoke party starts in their lounge every Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. and rolls all the way till midnight with fresh baked pizza till close served in their karaoke bar. Late night Big Game pizza choices, 4 cheese, Italian, Raging Cajun pizza. Yeah, Ernie's Big Game late night big deal going on. So go by Cafe Noah and check it all out. Aye. All right, one Brave to the right, one to the left. And did we take a knee on that? I think we did, didn't we? I think we're just going to be content to run the clock out. Clock counting down, 1:05. Got one Brave to the right, one to the left. We're just letting the play clock run down. We're at 15 seconds there. Maybe another play or two left in the game. I sure will take a knee. Ball snap and takes a knee. Clock still ticking. We're down to 39 seconds. So with that, we're going to kind of wrap it up, wind it up there. It's the teams are going off the field. The officials are standing there just waiting for the clock to run down. And we know what that means. That means that is actually the end of the game, where the Braves defeat the Marianna Bulldogs 33-6 tonight here at Yates Memorial. So the Braves win 33-6 over the Bulldogs at Yates Memorial Field. Once again, I'm going to encourage you to be at the field, not next week, but 2 weeks from tonight, as we play Holmes County here at Yates Memorial. So we have an open date next week for the Walton Braves. I want to thank all the folks out there listening to us on WZED AM 1460 and all the folks on YouTube tonight. We appreciate you being there. Tell your friends and neighbors to come along, watch the game if they would love to on our YouTube channel. Like the YouTube channel, and we'll appreciate that, because that just means, good things for us as far as WZEP and on the YouTube channel. If you'd like to advertise your business on the Braves football, just give us a holler there at the radio station. WZEP 850-892-3158, and you'll talk with Gary or myself, usually Gary. He grabs that phone and then he'll pass that along to me. We'll get with you and get you part of the Braves football for the 25 season. So from Yates Memorial Field, we're going to say congratulations to the Braves tonight. Congratulations to the Bulldogs from Marianna for putting on a great game. Thanks to both bands, all the coaching staff, the cheerleaders. It's been fun tonight. Friday night football here on WZEP. I want to say thanks to Gary back at the station. Thanks to Lisa tonight running the camera and helping get it all set up. We appreciate it. God bless. And until